Hello my fellow gardening gals and guys, welcome back to my channel Serenity Now Garden. My name's Jeannie and I garden in a zone 4B. So we're going to do another garden tour here today. It's just mid-July, so I want to take you around each part of the garden once. Today we're going to do the front garden bed up by the road, so that is pretty much a full sun bed, and then we're going to go down the side of the driveway, which is a shade bed. So I hope you enjoy. If you like garden tours, if you can please give me a thumbs up or consider subscribing to my channel, I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys enjoy. Happy gardening. Okay guys, so here's the front of my house by the road. This is my Japanese lilac tree. So it's just done blooming now. Those blooms are all spent, but it had brilliant white blooms that smelled amazing. So I'm really happy with that tree this year. It's just 3 years old. Four. This is the fourth season. And my hanging basket from Menards is still going strong, and I just cut it back like a week ago. So this has really performed. I mean, it's been going strong for a month and a half already. And just this little bed here. Not much going on in this bed. We have some boogie woogie rockin' low sedum that is blooming, and we have some thunderhead stonecrop sedums that is just starting to bud there. I think next year I'll give that the Chelsea chop just so it's nice and compact. And we got some columbine that's spent there. And this is the front bed on the other side of the driveway. So we have two crabapple trees in that bed, and it's lined with the Silver Mound artemisia, as you could see. That looks just great. It also has some Millennium Allium behind that. So this is the new part of the bed to the left here. So let me show you. These are all very new plants, just planted this year, so they're all very small. This right here, that's a Sonic Bloom Weigela, and that will rebloom shortly. We got a drift of phlox here. These are first year. They were forced in a greenhouse, so some of them are kind of a little spent. I have to deadhead them. But look at this, like this melon coral-ish color. These have been going strong for weeks. That's what I love about phlox, and that is why I chose phlox up here. It's just that they're long bloomers. So this is a mock orange. It's already bloomed. It has white blooms in the spring, so you could see the spent blooms there. This will get about 6 feet tall. And this, I just love this plant, you guys. This is a shrub. It is a Sutherland gold elderberry. And just look at the leaves. I mean, there's like two different leaves in there. I will say this plant likes to be shaded a bit from the really hot afternoon sun, so I would try to plant it in a little more of a protected area, but I love it. It's a great alternative if you can't plant Japanese maples in your area. This will get larger. Like I said, this is just year 3, I believe, for this plant, so it's got a ways to go. A little more phlox there. That is just from last year. It's just a little guy. We got like 5 Wichita blue junipers in there. Those are just on year 3. And we got some spent daffodils on the bottom there. And this is a golden spirit smoke bush. So in the spring it was like gold, and now it's a little more lime green, but you could see it's like smoky now. So I just like the way that looks. This is on year 3. This will get a lot bigger as well, at least 6 feet tall and wide. So I've been really happy with this. I like to do gold colors. And my coneflowers just started blooming. These are the old-fashioned Magnus coneflowers. They almost look white, but they'll turn more of a pink. So they're technically purple coneflowers, but they look like a dark pink. So those will bloom all the way through September as well. So long bloomers there. We got some spent alliums in the back, and here are my summer drummers. I have 4 that actually started to bloom. I almost gave up on these guys, but these are the latest blooming bulb alliums that you can get. So they bloom here in zone 4 in mid-July, and these are about 3.5 feet, 4 feet tall. They could get even taller, so we'll see. I planted 50 bulbs altogether. And we got Millennium Alliums behind that. Now, these aren't bulb alliums. These are the perennial alliums. And you can see some spent bulb alliums in between. But these are going to bloom soon. And look at, they are covered. So I cannot wait for that. I'll do a video. This is Sedum Matrona. This has like a pinkish stems. And it's just starting to bud. This is the third year for that. So they're still growing in. Catmint's still going strong. You could see some of the blooms are a little bit spent, so I will shear this back soon, and it should rebloom. So this is the Compact Walker's Low. Junior Walker, it's called. So you could see the other Millennium Alliums here. They're going to be putting on a show in just maybe 2 weeks, I'd say. We got some New England asters there. So those will be Purple Dome and Pink Crush. This is just my ground cover sedum. There's multiple varieties. I just bought a little pack, put this in about 2 years ago, and just it's starting to fill in everywhere. I love it. Look at the varieties in here. I mean, some of it's blooming, some of it's blue. We got a blue spruce right there. We got, just some dragon's blood, I believe. Just some green varieties. Yeah, so it just loves it right here. It's very dry and it gets that hot afternoon sun. And just behind it, this is like the transition into the shade. So we got Creeping Jenny, we got some hostas, we got a row of foxglove I'll show you. Here's a guacamole hosta. And this is gold ajuga. It's called Cordial Canary. It looks gold in the spring, and right now it looks a little more lime green, but it already flowered. We got a Pilgrim Hosta right there and a Forbidden Fruit right there. First year for those, so those are just little guys. And like I said, we got some foxglove here. Some of them bloomed already. I don't know if I'm going to get more blooms on this or not. We'll see. I hope so. And this is the first year for this Liatris, and this should spread a bit. So this will get these like just feathery pink flowers. They're just starting to open. So I'm excited to see that. And we'll kind of go up the driveway here. So like I said, this is transitioning from full sun to partial sun, and then we'll get into the more dense shade areas. So we got the silver mound. This is second year for this baptisia. It flowered just a tiny bit. This is a Roseanne Geranium, first year, so it's going to get a lot bigger. But these are the long bloomers. It blooms from late spring all the way through fall. So it will end up being covered with those blooms. But first year they sleep. And this Jacob's Ladder, I have 3 of these. I know I've showed you guys this before, but I just love this plant. I think this is my favorite find so far this year. This variegation on this Jacob's Ladder is just so stunning, just so eye-catching. I love it. There's another one there. And we got some Astilbe blooming up here too. I think this is Visions in red. And we got a June hosta there on the right. So the Astilbe is third year, but it's pretty dense shade, so it doesn't get huge. And almost all these hostas are first year, so all tiny. And there's a Sun King Aralia there. I always have to add those just for that pop of gold color. They get 4x4. We got some various hostas in here. A lot of forbidden fruit. Japanese painted fern, great companion plant to hostas. I just love these. They don't spread like ostrich ferns, so they're just great. See the Astilbe blooming there. Just behind this Astilbe, that's an Autumn Frost hosta. So that's a proven winner of Shadowland, Autumn Frost. Those are gorgeous when they start to get bigger. Another painted fern. And they're just so cool. Just look at the leaf structure there. I'll kind of zoom in. Silvery. They like moisture. So I got the sprinklers on these guys. And we have another Sun King. And we have a Halcyon blue hosta right there. I have to always add my blues next to the golds. We got a blue angel there. That's going to get pretty big, so I'll have to move that around a bit. That leaf is already big, and that's first year. Some variegated hosta, and this is actually a variegated Japanese forest grass. So usually they're all gold, but this is variegated. So there you go, guys. This is my shade garden bed here, and yeah, first year. Most of them are first year. So I hope you like that, and happy gardening, and join me in the next one. Take care, guys.